There's a thing about sweet summer children. Eventually, they have to grow up. Who tells them first?
Whoa!
So, today we have a story from the actress who plays what used to be an intriguing character. And she's all bright and bubbly, but I think she's a little bit too late to the party. So, let's let her talk for herself first, and then I will offer my rebuttal. Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch in the MCU, says that Marvel has created a feeling of insurance so she can star in indie films too, but returning has always felt like a choice. I can see exactly where she's coming from based on this alone, but we need a little bit more context, so let's just see what she has to say. Because Scarlet Witch it had really good beginning. A lot of people crap on Avengers too, but I actually thought it was pretty interesting and to see her story unfold. However, it got a little bit out of hand, in my own opinion. Elizabeth Olsen has the best of both worlds as the Scarlet Witch in the MCU and an indie film darling. Yeah, she also was in that Spike Lee Old Boy movie. Now, all right, I'm not here to crap on her because she is by far the most normal Olsen sister. And she's done some really good stuff. She seems very sweet. So it's not about that. It's just, I feel like she's a little late to the party with what she's saying in this stuff. So, at Vulture Festival over the weekend, WandaVision, why is that what you're starring in? Because I'm pretty sure most hype for that fell off after like episode 3 or 4 anyway. It's kind of looked on as something that completely broke the canon of the Avengers and the whole world around it. And people they've tried throughout separate stories, TV shows, I think even a movie or two. They've tried to incorporate that in there. We just had Agatha all along that tried to incorporate it, and look how dirty and blasphemous that was. But she said that making the series, becoming that character, it has helped her pursue indie projects, and it's a feeling of insurance. I understand where you're coming from, Elizabeth. I really do, because you had a bunch of big paychecks. You had things back before, I wouldn't even say there's fatigue, but it was just played out with no new ideas. And so everything started to fall off. Yes, back then it was a hot commodity. It is no longer a hot commodity anymore. And so you are free. You're not tied to this specific character for the next 10 years of your career like some of your co-stars were. She says, I'd never really had the mentality of one for them, one for me. The first time I heard that was from Taika Waititi talking about Jojo Rabbit. Marvel has been such a consistent thing. I've been able to return and has created some feeling of insurance. So I haven't felt like, and then I'll do this to do this. Well, yeah, that's because you happened, or maybe not happened, but that's because you were chosen and performed well in a role in a film and a TV show that performed and did well. People liked it for the most part. However, the legs are getting a little stale, a little arthritic, in my opinion. Not really my opinion at all. Just look at the numbers of people that are watching anything new that's coming out of it. She also added that she's returned to Marvel because she truly wanted to. It's always felt like a choice. Maybe she had a better contract. Every time it's character driven, debatable. We have this idea, and that's why I want you to come back. It's not like just throw her in something. If she feels that way, then her agent must have a silver tongue. If she really feels that way, hey, feel however you want. But all right, okay. Ugh. She went on to say that superhero films can, in some ways, be necessary to the survival of independent cinema. No, maybe they used to be, but the thing is, here's where we're going to take issue, or the biggest issue with this. Acknowledging they help pay the rent for theater to show smaller budget movies. No, no, no. That is factually false. What superhero films did was they made it so anything that wasn't doing $1 billion didn't get any viewers in the seats. because that was the hype and the craze, the fad and the trend of the time. And now the production companies are banking on superhero films, and they all keep failing and failing and failing. Even in TV shows, you've oversaturated and flooded the market, and a lot of people are just like, I'm ready to move on because it's getting diluted and watered down. They're not doing that. You think it's something snazzy to put into your small independently run theaters, but it doesn't actually end up doing something for you. You know, some of the independent theaters that are thriving are the one that, at least in my own experience, so this is also circumstantial, are the ones that serve food and drink. They have like a little, I wouldn't call it, like almost like a bistro on the side of it. And the seats are more comfortable. They hold film festivals there, like short film festivals, and they get the community involved. That's how independent cinema is thriving. Not it's no longer the MCU. It's no longer superhero films. Those are all it was a flash in the pan, and that flash is burnt out. And going back to just touch on that last thing that she said, no one was ever stopping her from everything that she said, from going off and doing other films. She wasn't locked into a 7-8 year contract where she had to put out a movie per year. So she was constantly working. Yes, she had the money. She did the film. She did the TV shows. They were successful. And, you know, whenever you have off time, people can't control your time. So if you wanted to go do something else, go do something else. And she is producing one of those new independent films that that she's about to be starring in or co-starring in. And that's good on her. That's totally good on her. But just to say that the superhero film industry is keeping small independent theaters alive, I think that's incredibly, I wouldn't say disingenuous, but I think that's not only short-sighted, but incorrect. Because that's not what's keeping them alive. The thing that's keeping them alive is cinema, true cinema. And the people who are fervent followers of that true cinema. That's just one man's take. What are y'all's takes? And what do you think about this story? Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch. Did you like her? Do you love her? Are you completely turned off from everything? Tell me down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the GCA. Until next time, this is Multi Moldy. We will see you on Off the Hip tonight with my nerdy home, Steph. Bye, y'all.